Taking pictures out.
I can't read that from here, mate. Can you read that out to me?
It says Sergeant Paul Brewster.
Sergeant Paul Brewster. Your collar number, Sergeant?
1119R.
1119R. What's the R stand for?
It doesn't. Listen. All I'm asking you is why you're taking photographs. That's all I'm asking.
Well, you don't want to answer my questions. Why would I answer yours? All right, bye, Sergeant. Have a nice evening. So now Sergeant Brewster's going back in. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting building. So as I said, it's a down Pratt Walk sort of area. So this is for disabled badge holders only. Wonder how many police vehicles in that park here unlawfully. You can see this one here doesn't have a disabled badge, which is interesting. They got like a revolving door entrance, which is pretty cool. All smoking is strictly prohibited. Sorry, 2 seconds ago. I'm not sure this is best quality. It's good. 2 seconds. There we go. That should be 1080 60 FPS now. But yeah, so they got another no smoking there. So all smoking. I'm assuming that includes vapes and whatnot. They've got a sign up on the door. Please remove all backpacks before entering, as revolving door may stop suddenly. If carrying large items, please use main reception entrance. Yeah. Pardon?
If you want to film, you could move from...
where does your land start?
By bollards.
By the bollards?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
So why are you filming the entrances?
Who are you, sorry?
I'm a police officer from this building.
You're a police officer from this building? You're plain clothes, you've got your warrant card with you?
There you go.
Thank you. Who's your warrant card?
Yeah.
Click your collar number?
I've not got a collar number.
You don't have a collar number, so you're inspector.
Before the first interaction even fully unfolds, it's important to understand where we are and why moments like this matter. This video begins outside a Metropolitan Police Forensic Services building in London, a publicly funded facility, visible from public land, and therefore subject to public scrutiny. Almost immediately, a familiar pattern emerges. Lawful filming meets official discomfort. What starts as a casual question quickly escalates into something far more revealing. This isn't just about a camera or a building. It's about power, authority, and how quickly professional lines can blur when those roles are challenged.
No, I'm a sergeant.
You're a sergeant, so sergeants have collar numbers.
We don't have collar numbers.
But he's just given me his, and he's a
that's
sergeant.
that's not a collar number, is it? It's a warrant number. It's completely different. Okay, you've just filmed it, so you've got it. So if you want to film,
I can't guarantee that got on camera.
Okay, well,
so that's,
right, I don't really appreciate you filming me.
Well, you've approached me, knowing that I've got a camera in my hand,
I've asked you to get off the land.
And I have.
And you asked me questions. I've answered your questions, but I said I don't appreciate you filming me. Okay.
Okay.
And so. And legitimately, I can ask you why you're filming our building.
And legitimately, I can say because I want to.
Oh, okay. Right, well, you finished, or are you going to carry on filming?
Well, I'm going to be here for as long as I want to be here.
Okay.
Is there a time limit? Am I under curfew?
I'm asking you a question. Why are you getting all asking aggressive?
Well, because I don't like being accosted for performing illegal activity.
A police building.
Well done.
Okay. So, I can ask you why you're filming our building.
You can ask me, yeah, of course you can.
Right.
You can ask me what colour my fit is if you want to.
Well, I can imagine. Yeah, same stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else.
Exactly. That's what my point is. You can ask me anything you want to ask me. Not a problem.
Absolutely.
Not a problem.
Yeah. And same as you can film, and I can ask away, and I can be in your way, and I can stand here quite legitimately.
Oh yeah, sure. That's fine. I've got no problem standing there, but don't stand in front of a camera and then say you don't want to be filmed.
No,
that's
I
a bit silly,
I don't want
isn't
to. I said I don't appreciate you filming me, but I will stand here while you're filming and causing nuisance out here.
How am I causing a nuisance?
Because people come and go their business, right? The police officers.
Well, as a police officer, when you start using words like nuisance, okay? No, you need to understand the legislation when you start using words like no, because you're potentially accusing me of public nuisance. If you're going to throw away words like nuisance, you need to understand the legislation behind it and the categorisation. That's not the right word, is it?
There's lots of words you're using that you don't really understand. Okay, you are being a nuisance. Okay.
Okay. Well, I say you're being a nuisance. You're interrupting my lawful activity.
Well,
So
you're doing a lawful activity. You're on our land.
that's lawful.
No, it's not.
It's lawful until you ask me to leave.
No,
There's no
I told you,
trespassing signs.
well,
And as soon as you asked me, I left. So what I was doing was lawful. So don't throw away say I'm not doing something that's lawful when it
You are being
is.
a nuisance.
I'm not though.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
In what way?
Right. Because my colleagues are trying to come and go from this building.
Am I stopping them from doing that?
Let me finish what I'm saying, okay? Because you're not letting me finish, okay?
Well, I don't want to let you finish.
Well, don't ask me a question then.
Well,
Don't ask me a question. Then you're
fine.
being a nuisance and you're being a pain, and you know that's what you're doing, and you're filming me. That's great. Put it on YouTube. Do what you need to do. But you're doing this just to wind up police officers. You're trying to go about their business. There's other people working, not just police officers. You don't really want their faces on YouTube or other people filming the work. You know, I'm sure you go about your old people you care about go do their lawful business. They don't really want to be filmed going in and out of their business.
What we see here is the first pivot point. The initial officer disengages, but the situation doesn't de-escalate. It lingers. That's important. Often in public accountability encounters, the moment an officer walks away, tension dissolves. But here, the environment itself becomes part of the narrative. The filming continues. The building remains. And so does the underlying discomfort. Notice how the auditor doesn't pursue anyone. He documents signage, access points, and publicly visible features, all entirely lawful. Yet the presence of a camera seems to create a perception of threat where none legally exists.
Camera in London are on camera every square
Okay,
inch.
but not everybody's putting that YouTube or put it out. There's no reason for you to do, and like you say, that is being a pain and being a nuisance.
It's not.
Well, in your opinion, and I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah.
And most
See, as a
officers-
police officer,
most-
you're not supposed to have an opinion. You're meant to be impartial.
That's absolutely rubbish.
Listen.
No.
That's absolutely rubbish.
Look, if you want to start there as I'm a police officer, so I can ask you, then act like a police officer. Act impartially. Don't say you've got your opinion because you're not supposed to have an opinion. You're supposed to be impartial. I don't want to listen to you. No. Don't want to listen to them. So yeah, this is okay. So signage on this one is all personnel are required to use their access pass for entry. Security will not open the gates until the pass has been verified. Oh, so they actually have somebody pressing the buttons and that, so it's not just like they swipe and it automatically opens. Okay. I've just told you I don't want to talk to you.
No,
You're now harassing me.
No, I'm not harassing
Under the
you.
Protection from Harassment
I'm
Act
asking
1998, you're harassing me.
I'm not harassing you. I'm asking you to stop filming.
And that's why you're harassing me.
Why are you
Because
filming?
you're
I'm
trying to...
entitled to
No.
ask you why you're
Okay,
filming.
but let me explain to you why exactly why you're
Go on,
harassing
you
me.
explain to me.
Under the Protection from Harassment Act 1998, okay, I think it's section 2A, somebody is engaging in harassment where they knowingly or should knowingly either try somebody to get somebody to do something.
Let's listen to what he's got to say.
Right. That either knowingly or should knowingly,
Yeah.
or what they should know is amounts of harassment if they're trying to get somebody either to do something that they lawfully don't have to, or if you're trying to stop somebody from doing something that they're lawfully entitled to do. I'm lawfully entitled to film this building. You come in and I've just told you I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Are you detaining me?
No.
Right, so at this moment I've told
You're free to go.
okay, and at this moment I've told you I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
So you continue to follow me and then ask me to stop filming. That is why it amounts to harassment, because I've told you I don't want to talk and you continue to try to use your position and your power.
Call the police.
I don't want to call the police.
If you think I'm committing,
I don't need to. I don't need to because I've got your collar number, I've got your name, and what I'll do is I'll forward it to IOPC, which will get trickled down to your supervisor probably, because it's not an assault or nothing physical, right? And what I can do is I can take out a civil claim. I could put in a complaint for well, actually no, it'd be malfeasance in public office because you're knowingly doing it. It's not even misfeasance because it's not accidental.
I'm doing my job.
This exchange marks a noticeable shift in tone. The phrase "our land" is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. And legally, it's a problematic framing. Publicly funded facilities are not personal property, and authority over them is not absolute. When the word nuisance enters the conversation, it raises an even bigger red flag. Nuisance isn't just a casual insult. It's a legal concept with a specific threshold. Discomfort doesn't qualify. Annoyance doesn't qualify. And filming from a lawful position certainly doesn't qualify. What's happening instead is a drift from legal grounding into personal irritation. and the auditor catches it immediately.
I'm trying to be reasonable.
And I'm trying to do my job.
No, listen. I've listened to you, so please listen to me. Okay? There are reasons why I politely asked you to stop filming. Right? I'm not going to go into details, but I'm asking you politely to stop filming the police station.
And politely, I will decline your request.
Okay, fair enough.
There you go. Problem solved.
So
there we go, we're done.
If you want to complain about me, like I said, my shoulder number is 119R.
Yeah, he won't give me a shoulder number.
My number's 197403. I've told you all that.
Yep.
That's how confident. If you want to complain about me, you can go and complain about me within the next 10 or 15 minutes when you walk away or I walk away. Because all I've done, as you've recorded on there, I've been polite. I came up to you and said to you, I actually said to you, in a friendly way, I went, mate, you shouldn't be taking pictures here. And straight away,
but it's not your job to enforce what should or shouldn't be done. It's your job to enforce law.
I advised you.
I don't need your advice. I'll tell you what, don't eat yellow snow, Sergeant. Don't run with your shoes untied. Don't run with scissors. Don't jump out of an aeroplane without a parachute. There you go, some of the free advice for you. Don't cross the street without looking. Want some more?
Yeah.
Yeah?
On, yeah.
Try and shower every day.
Yeah. Any more?
Shouldn't wash your hair every day though.
Why not?
Because actually the natural oils that build up in your hair are actually good for your hair. You wash them out too often and it actually damages your hair. There you go. Not that you've got much hair to worry about, to be fair. But
well, that's really useful.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take that advice and do it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there you go.
I'll see if I've washed mine every day. That's why it's grey.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the spot on the back. That's where it's going. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I was trying to explain to you, there's lots of people who work, like these guys mostly work here and they're not police officers, they don't really want to be filmed, you know, they're going back to their lawful business, same as you do. And just like,
are they employed by the police?
I don't know.
Well,
maybe
okay.
They look like they're delivery guys.
No, they could be. Well, they got a pass to get in, so I doubt they're delivery.
But whatever, you know.
But my point is, if you're employed by the government, or even if you're subcontracted by the government, we have the right to come and film you, scrutinise you, and we can do whatever we want.
You can't do whatever you want.
Well, as long as it's lawful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're not really listening to what I'm saying, are you?
Yes.
Right. So what I'm trying to say to you is, people want to go about their business without being filmed. I know you might want to film them.
I want to go about my business without being filmed, but there's cameras everywhere, so what?
Yeah. By who though? By
everybody.
By CCTV?
No. I walk down London, I've probably been photographed.
Here, the conversation touches something fundamental: impartiality. Police officers are not meant to act on personal opinion while exercising authority. That distinction matters. When enforcement becomes subjective, trust erodes, and professionalism follows shortly after. The auditor doesn't insult or provoke here. Instead, he highlights a contradiction. You cannot simultaneously claim authority and personal grievance. One cancels out the other. What's striking is how measured the response remains. There's no shouting, no threats, just a steady dismantling of a flawed argument.
Oh, what? I'm in people's pictures. Yeah, and what? The thing is, you've made yourself the subject of this video by coming. The problem is, right? Do you remember in films? I don't know. What was it? Somebody gave me an example the other day. There's some really famous film, and it was like, do you remember the person sat at the bar in the orange trousers with the high heels? Everyone was like, no. It's like, there you go, because they weren't the subject of that shot. Nobody remembers them. If you just walk past without butting your nose in...
I'm not talking about me.
No, but if anybody that doesn't want to be on camera, if they're just in a passing shot, and to be fair, if it's just a passing shot, and I'm not, it's nothing that I'm particularly interested in the shot, it will probably get edited out, and they probably won't even make the footage, right?
Right.
You come to me, or anybody comes to me, whether it's yourself or anybody else that says, I don't want to be on camera. It's like, well, you've made yourself the subject of that now.
I don't want to be. I don't appreciate being filmed. That's what I said.
I don't appreciate being filmed, but the police film us all day, every day. So what?
You not think they've got better things to do than film you all day and all day? Unless you're doing something, and you're in some sort of unlawful protest or lawful protest, then they will do. But I can't. There's so many different scenarios that you can do. But what I'm trying to get to you is that this is a police building, as you well know. Okay, there's certain things that people don't want to have publicised and published.
Like what?
Them coming and going, and then what they do. You know, this is and it's got security aspects. So you must understand that. You know?
Not particularly. No.
You don't understand that.
No.
No. Okay. Well, there's no point having this conversation then.
No, and I told you that about 5-10 minutes ago, but you're still here. So.
Well,
walk off then.
Pardon?
Walk off then.
I tried to, but they followed me. So how about that one? If don't butt your nose in. Who are you? Who are you to come and butt your nose in? Have you got your ID with you? Your warrant card? Yep. Can I see it, please? No. Why not?
Don't want to.
You don't want to?
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just get a nice picture of that, of your face, and I'll just send that to the IOPC. So you're based here, are you? You're based here? That's fine. It's failure to identify. If you're going to come and butt your nose in and try and act as a police officer, and you're going to refuse to identify under Section 42 of the Police Reform Act, that's fine. You can have your sanctions, whatever they decide to do. Not a problem. Your sanctions, whatever the IOPC decide to do.
They won't do anything.
Is that what you think? I've already had cases upheld for failure to identify, for being manhandled against my will.
Okay.
Trust me, this isn't my first rodeo, and I know how to get a complaint pushed through.
Oh, really?
Well, even if you don't identify yourself, last person that assaulted me refused to identify at Charing Cross. They already know who he is. His investigation's ongoing.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it should be.
This is one of the most revealing sections of the entire encounter. The accusation of harassment is serious, and it's also legally complex. But rather than reacting defensively, the auditor does something unexpected. He explains the law, step by step, calmly, accurately. The irony here is impossible to miss. The person invoking authority is now being educated on statutory thresholds by the very individual they challenged. Harassment requires persistence, intent, and lack of lawful justification. Lawful filming doesn't meet that bar.
They were actually willing to show their warrant card.
There's no need to be rude about stuff, is
Well, there absolutely is.
No, there isn't.
Well, there is. If he's going to come over and butt his nose in and not identify, there's absolutely every need.
So you just asked me a question.
I'm just chatting to you. I don't need to.
Well, I don't want to chat to you, so
Okay, walk away then.
I don't want to walk away.
Don't stand in and talk with him.
Leave me there then. Boring individual. Living a very boring life.
Absolutely. See, I find there are often two types of cops. Ones that were bullies at school and just want to carry on that position, or ones that were bullied and counteractively they want to become a police officer to sort of feel that power. I reckon you were the bullied. You got that sense about you. You got that face about you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just you look a little bit like you're trembling. You okay? There's nothing to be fearful.
Well, I've got like 3 police officers surrounding me for doing an awful activity.
Surrounding you.
You're free
Well,
to
I've got one on my right, one in front of me, and one on my left.
Yeah.
You're free to go. If you're
Free to go.
Okay.
In fact, we're encouraging you to walk away.
They've encouraged me to walk away, so I'll walk away over here and see if they decide to follow me. It didn't take long for them to come out and try and exert their authority. Not supposed to obstruct the yellow hatch box. Pardon? Okay, cool. Right, so if I stand here all day, and that's fine then.
This moment is subtle but powerful. Humor enters, not as mockery, but as pressure release. The unsolicited advice isn't random, it's strategic. It breaks the tension without surrendering ground. This is a rarely acknowledged de-escalation technique. Confidence paired with composure. There's no yelling, no threats, just calm absurdity highlighting how far the conversation has drifted from law into ego. Ironically, this is one of the most professional moments in the exchange. Authority doesn't always come from uniforms. Sometimes it comes from emotional control. When a new officer enters and refuses to identify themselves, the stakes rise sharply. Identification isn't optional courtesy. It's a procedural expectation under the Police Reform Act. Refusal doesn't project strength. It invites scrutiny. The auditor references precedent, oversight bodies, and past upheld complaints, not as threats, but as facts. This is where the tone hardens on both sides. Accountability replaces conversation, And it's here that many officers miscalculate, assuming silence equals safety. It doesn't. It creates records. And records have consequences long after the camera turns off.
Parked on a single yellow line, and they leave their police book out just so they don't get tickets. Not even in a bay, but the bays are Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 6:30. Wait for them to do their walk of shame. Is that a work device or a personal device? Is that work or personal? Is that work or personal, that phone?
What do you?
Well, because if it's work, I'll do a Freedom of Information request for it. If it's personal, well, that's a different story.
Okay, see you later.
No worries, take care.
This encounter highlights a recurring issue in public police interactions: the gap between perceived authority and actual legal power. The auditor remained lawful, composed, and informed throughout, even as emotions rose around him. The officers, meanwhile, allowed personal discomfort to bleed into professional conduct. Words like nuisance, harassment, and security were used, but rarely supported by law. This case isn't about winning arguments. It's about accountability, transparency, and knowing where authority begins and ends.